Welcome to Telltale Thursday. Today we're going to read a folk tale entitled Tops and Bottoms. What do you know about folk tales? Well, normally from folk tales we learn a lesson. So listen to the story and see if you can figure out what lesson was learned. Here we go. This is our title page, Tops and Bottoms. It was written and illustrated, adapted by Janice Stevens. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were very bad shape. They were in very bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. Use the illustrations to help you understand the story, the folk tale. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea. Bear opened one eye and grunted. We can be business partners, Hare said. All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work and you sleep. Oh, said Bear. So, what will it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see. Bear said with a yawn, I'll take the top half. Hare, right, tops. Hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. So, Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, and I get the bottoms. Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. Use the illustrations and decide, did Bear get a good deal? Bear got the tops. Hare and his family got the bottoms. Look at what was at the bottom. Bear stared at his pile, but Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You planted this field again. You plant this field again, and this season, I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So this time, Bear says he wants the what? He says, I want the bottoms. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. And look at what Bear's doing. He's asleep. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! Get the bottoms, and I'll get the tops." Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the bottoms in his own pile. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." Do you think Hare is trying to be fair this time? He's going to give Bear the tops and the bottoms. Let's see. So, Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, and then watered and weeded some more. And look at what Bear is doing. Of course, Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get tops and bottoms." Ooh, I think Bear might get it this time. Do you think it? Maybe. There in front of Bear's house laid a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the root and the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles. Yes, sir. It's a done deal, Bear." Did Bear get a good deal this time? By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles. Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. I'm going to turn to a couple of pages. The first page I want us to look at is the page where we first hear the word hare. Not far down the road lived a hare. Hare is spelled H-A-R-E. Can you think of another way to spell hare? And what does that hare mean? Words that sound alike but have different meanings, those are called homonyms. They sound alike, but they have different meanings. See if you can figure out what H-A-R-E means and the other hare. I'm thinking about the hair on my head. Also, I want you to think about this sentence. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. What does that mean? They put their heads together. What does it mean? They cooked up a plan. Did they put something in a pot and cook it? Talk about it. Hopped. H-O-P-P-E-D. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Hopped is a verb. He was doing something. It has ed on the end. What tense is it in? Did it already happen? Is he doing it now? Or will he do it? How do we know? Bears. B-E-A-R apostrophe S. Bear's house. That means it belongs to the bear, the house. I hope you enjoyed the folktale Tops and Bottoms. Discuss what lesson was learned. Did Bear ever get the best deal by working with Hare? Talk about it. Find out.